comedy is dying. It is slowly being killed. Killed by a virus known as Relatability. Relatability used to just be a tool from which to get the joke. To make something funny from the relatable. That has changed. Relatable comedy has no punchline, it just exists as an unfinished joke. And it is somehow still alive in 2019.
It hasn't died a natural death. Something is keeping it alive. By relatable comedy, I don't mean Jerry Seinfeld coming on stage and saying something like,
"The dumbest thing of all you can think in a New York taxi cab is, well, the man knows what he's doing."
When I talk about relatable comedy, I'm referring to Instagram and Twitter accounts that post low-effort memes. Memes that contain zero dankness. I'm not even talking about low-effort Instagram comedians, because they at least have to, go out and film things. They have to put that bit of effort in turning the camera on. Most of these accounts don't bother with that kind of thing. They'll get a lot of white backgrounds and black text and kind of throw that together, and sometimes when they're feeling creative, they'll grab something like a screenshot from Friends or The Office and say something like, "We all know a friend like Chandler," or "Every friend group has a Dwight and a Dim." And that's, when they want to put a lot of effort into their content. Here's the thing with these accounts. They're not really comedic. I know, it's a big shocker. They say things that sound like a joke, but when you actually stop to think about it, they're not. They're nothing. At this moment in time, I'd like to point out that this is purely my opinion. If you get some joy or happiness from these pages, I never want to take that away from you. If you enjoy it, good on you. It's not that I don't enjoy their form or their brand of comedy, it's just that I don't think they're comedic. So they shouldn't label themselves as comedic or comedy, because that's not what they are. They can label themselves as something else, like not comedy. Back to my opinion. Okay, so here's your standard meme page. They have everything you'd expect. A semi-ironic bio, maybe a link to one of their sponsors underneath. Their content is a mixture of dank memes, of screenshots of tweets, and a few viral videos. Most of the content you see there is uncredited and stolen. Just a quick little thing I'd like to say, if you are the runner, or the owner, or the creator, or the person in charge of a meme account, credit the people who make the memes. If they're not yours, if the meme's yours, you credit yourself, but if it's someone else's, credit them as well. It's not hard, just por favor, do it. Memes are jokes. Someone has to put time and effort into making it and thinking it, and nobody likes a joke thief, so no one should really like meme thieves. If you don't know exactly who the original poster is, just reverse image search your meme, and then look for its first appearance online. It's not hard, and then you're not a thief, because thievery's a crime. This was a weird tangent, but had to be said. So, normal meme page on this side, relatable meme page over here. Lots of text and white backgrounds, some old vines taken without permission, lots of ad posts generally, and the phrase "tag your friends" absolutely everywhere. If these people have one thing going for them, one thing that they excel at, it's stealing content that appeals to the broadest amount of people possible. And sometimes, they do in fact make their own content. These boys are amazing at leaving things uncredited, but when it's their own original work, the watermark right dead center across the meme, just in case someone, might think of stealing it and using it without permission, which is a crime. So, what exactly are the broadest things possible that you can steal or you can use for your relatable meme account? Well, dogs and cats are a good place to start. Generally, unless you're an unfeeling reptile, Everyone likes animals. Dogs and cats, you know, they're good. So animal related posts, you'll want to throw a few of them out there. Traveling is also a good one to go for. Just Google sandy beach and save the first picture you come across. Add a few emojis and you've got your post. Unless you wanna, I don't know, get creative and open notes on your phone and just type out, wish someone would take me to X country, and then you just add the emoji flag of whatever country you're talking about. Those are some pretty dank memes right there. Consuming fast food and coffee. You know that quirky, relatable thing we all do, that thing where we need to eat to survive, or we drink caffeine substances. You know, that cool thing it's basic. It's like the most basic thing you can do. Wait till these accounts find out that people breathe, that everyone breathes. There'll be posts like, tag a friend who can't go 60 seconds without consuming oxygen. Tag them below.
Tag them.
That is the single most important phrase for any relatable memes account. Tag them below, or comment below, stuff like that to boost the interaction between audience and account, you know, favors them with the algorithm that Instagram and Twitter use. It kind of makes them go further and pushes them to a larger, broader audience. You look at a meme like this boy, classic meme example, you know, it's a classic Shrek meme, very funny. People see it, they giggle, they leave. Most people never look at the description. It's a small community that were reading the post. Don't really care about the memes, they're here for the creator. They're here for them. So naturally, the description has been written by a 16-year-old introvert who's in love with a YouTuber they've never met. So it's about their private life. Of course it's about their private life. That's what you do when you run a meme account. You share your private life with people who don't know you. Just got back from therapy. Apparently my abandonment issues are what make me have a natural distrust of people. You look at a relatable meme account and the description contains the word tag or comment or both. Maybe send, maybe hashtag meme, hashtag relatable if they really want to put a bit of effort in. These accounts, these relatable meme accounts, they don't want to just make you laugh, they want to push you to make them more popular. Is that a correct phrase? Who knows? These relatable meme accounts want a big, very big, quite large audience. They want to appeal to the maximum amount of people possible. That's why they love posting about cute animals or delicious food we all like or popular media we all consume. They're vanilla memes. They don't even have to make a joke. They just have to point at a thing and say, hey, you know this. It's jokes people have heard before and made before that anyone can really kind of say and get a little bit of a chuckle. Accounts brand themselves to appeal to this mass audience. Like accounts like Ellen TV Show, who from their very name are trying to appeal to a certain market. You know, their back catalog is basic ass memes, that's all they have. Seeing as nostalgia is so big, that's why popular culture is such a huge part of meme culture now. You know, you see posts that are all about Friends or The Office or Disney Channel original movies, media we've all consumed that we all know about, where you don't really have to make a joke about it. You just have to point out that it exists. There's a difference between, I don't know, grabbing a character from the Avengers like Thanos and you make a meme based off a quote, you write a joke and that's the punchline, or it's something we all know from that movie, and just pointing out that Thanos exists. It's like putting a picture and being like, hey, we all know this guy's deal. Only 50% of the population, am I right? It's not a joke. It's just pointing out that something exists. Referencing something for the sake of a reference is not a joke. It's just pointing out something we already know about and saying, hey, you know that thing. You know, that's not a joke. On one hand, I gotta respect the hustle, you know, putting in such little effort and gaining so much success, it's kind of respectable. It's like, hey, you cheated the system or whatever, good job. But seeing accounts like Ellen TV Show who put such little, why do I say little? Accounts like Ellen TV Show put so little effort into their content and gain so much success, when there's people who put actual effort into their content and into their posts that get nothing from it. Genuinely funny people who get no attention whatsoever, while people who post literally nothing, literally just empty content, get so much out of it. I'm not saying I'm the funny people. I'm not saying, hey, look at me. I'm saying there are funny people. You go find them, enjoy their content. People who follow and share and tag their friends in posts from this account can actually find it funny. Like, there's no laughter coming from seeing something like this. Like, they're showing off that they get the reference, right? That's the thing. I don't know, it feels very childlike. It feels very like, it's the online equivalent of someone seeing a different person wearing a Nirvana shirt in the street and being like, hey. I too listen to Smells Like Teen Spirit. I know who Nirvana are. We are the same. We are the same person. It's childlike. It's wanting approval from others, from liking the same things. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. Look at all these posters. Who is this for? I know I like the things I like. Why do I feel the need to share it, to advertise that I know what they are? It looks cool, but other than that, these accounts prey on the exact same feeling. The feeling to want to belong to a larger group, to show off that you get the reference, that you too eat pizza or know someone who likes their coffee, or reference to 90s TV show. Can I be any more obvious? Not entirely sure if I've made my point here. I'm not saying these things can't be funny, that just because you use something as common as hunger and hungriness, it's not funny, that it's not a joke. But when the joke literally is, sometimes I feel hungry, it's not great. It's a setup, not a punchline. These accounts don't exist to be known for their comedy, for their jokes. They're made to garner a huge amount of followers, to be well known, so they can rock up to a brand and say,
I have 3.4 million followers who are active consumers of my content, give me money for advertise. Here is dollar and video for you to post. You now advertise cheap necklace. Okay. Thank you for money.
That's all they do. That's what their plan is. I know it's capitalism or whatever. We do in fact live in a society.
Get a load of this society.
That right there, only good Friends meme ever. It's the best joke to come from Friends. Thank you, Friends. You made one meme. Anyways, back to my main point. No. You deserve better content than just white background, black text. That sounds like I hate tweets. That's not what I mean. What I'm trying to say is there is so much content available on the internet, available to consume. You deserve better. Comedy is one of the best things we have. It takes so many forms. There is so much it can do. It doesn't have to be relatable to every single person. That's not it. Relatability doesn't equal comedic, you know? I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying they're like parallel lines. They're two separate things, you know? They run parallelly, but sometimes they cross over because I'm not good at metaphors. You can probably tell. Anyways, go follow me on TikTok, where comedy exists in its purest form. Shit posting.